Okay, hello. I would like to document this era of my life because this is a pre-fame. I mean, like, I know I already got famous and then I fell off and then over and over again, and then famous and then invisible, irrelevant, and then famous. Like, I can't even count all the times, not even recalling the times, but we already know I'm popular. So I want to tell you guys about my current struggles of being a famous person. Okay. I just got banned again from the enemy, and I have a 30-minute queue to wait. The fact that I could play Katarina with my eyes closed, that I'm literally watching Netflix while playing Katarina, has just gotten people so scared to leave my champion open. I like to think that it's because, like, when I used to get banned, I always used to think, like, okay, they just don't want me to have fun to play my favorite character. That was, like, my amateur thinking. Now, and then later, I used to think they banned me because I play Katarina so good that they don't want me to win against them. Now, I think everybody bans Katarina because they're so jealous that I'm even in their game. Because my name in the game is Cute Doll on Twitch, which I was inspired by other people doing that. So, like, I thought it was more effective than putting, like, TTV Cute Doll. Like, no one's ever gonna go to that. Like, a lot of people don't even know what TTV means. So I just put Cute Doll on Twitch, and actually that's like max characters on League of Legends names. So I got really lucky, and now I feel like people ban me because they just want me not to be in their game at all. Even if I'm gonna be on their team carrying them winning, even if we're in the game already and I'm winning for the team, they'll still try not to win. And that happened yesterday. 2 people sabotaged the game, Twitch and Ivern. And then today, just now, I got banned by the enemy. And earlier today, I got banned by my support, banned Katarina in the lobby. So now I'm like, they just want me to dodge and leave the game. I used to be stronger. I was thinking about learning Akali, but I can't. I have one time somebody even asked me, they're like, how do you even know, like, what you want? How did you know what you want to play? I fought at LB and I beat her. And then afterwards she came to my stream and she said, how did you even know, like, what to main? And, like, the truth is, like, it always has come from my soul. Like, when I picked Sorcerer, that's what it's called, in Terra, I was just in the character select, and I made a high elf sorcerer, and I race changed it to Ellen later to fit in with everyone else, and it was the best decision of my life for the animations, and it was just cuter and more costumes. It was just like total win. The animations were better, not easier, but better for PvPing and PvEing. It was crazy. It's actually crazy that I actually have a theory that the skin that you use actually makes a difference on League of Legends for your gameplay. I know it does for me, but even though it does, I try to get used to the skins I really like because I want to use the skin so bad. But honestly, the more expensive the skin is, like those prestige skins and stuff, the better it is. Hate to use the word smoother, but that's how how a lot of the creators describe skins and animations and stuff. But for me, yeah, and it has more particles and it's easier to use, it's smoother, it's nicer. And I feel like the older skins, they are choppy, but I still use like Kitty Cat Katarina because That's literally like how I got my whole name, Kitty Cat. So I do want to share that really quick. So when I was playing League of Legends, I used to have lots of different usernames, and back then you could change it for free with essences. Now you can change it for free on the website every 90 days, and you could have any name you wanted. But back then, you could change it unlimited as long as you had blue essence, which is just free from dismantling champion shards and things like that. And then I used to change my name all the time. My name was like Hot Kitten, Princess Barbie, Diamond Mid, Baddie Mid. I had my real name in there at one point. As long as the name is available and no one else has it, you could have it. And so my first account, my main account, has had so many name changes. So one day, well, ever since I played League of Legends at level 25, starting level 25 to 30 is when I started maining Katarina. Before that, it was Lux. And then my first champion I ever tried was Janna. She was free. And I played a game with my sister. And she was teaching me how to play League of Legends. I was Janna mid. So at level 25, when I started maining Katarina, I put enough money on my League of Legends account to buy the Kitty Cat Katarina skin. And to my surprise, I couldn't purchase it. And I started looking up on the internet, and it's like, oh, it's only available on Halloween. And so I just bought like that other Katarina skin where she's like in the rain with the red hair and the leather suit. And it was so ugly. But I bought that one and I used that instead. But then I was playing Terra some years later, and Kitty Cat Katarina remained my favorite skin. Finally, it's in the shop again, and I'm playing it in Halloween time, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy all the Kitty Cat Katarina skins. I gifted my boyfriend and 2 of his friends the Kitty Cat Katarina skin. Like, I was obsessed. I just wanted to share it with everyone. I gifted my alt the skin, and it's my favorite skin ever. I even cosplayed it at TwitchCon. And I did cosplay it twice actually, 2 versions of it. And one of the ones I cosplayed got 2.9 million views on Instagram for that reel. But I'm also standing with somebody else, so. And then so my League of Legends name, in honor of that skin, because I love the skin so much, I changed my League of Legends name to Kitty Cat Cat. And the reason is because back then you had to have a unique name that no one else had. I didn't like misspelling things or putting numbers or special characters in my names ever. So I never did those things. I always just try to find like a whole word that's spelled correctly, and my usernames have always been like that. And I always try the username I want the most, and that's why I got all my names in all my games and even on Twitch and stuff. Okay, so my name was Kitty Cat Cat, Kittie space CAT space CAT. So it was like the winter, and it was like 2014 or something like that, a really long time ago. And my boyfriend's best friend wanted to play his favorite game, Terra, and we all were gonna go to the game together. So we all made a character, and as soon as I went in, I just knew I wanted to be a sorcerer. I don't know how. I didn't watch videos or anything like that. I was like, this must be it. This is the one I want, which is really funny because yeah, there was no other game. Granado Espada does not have classes. Well, it has an elementalist, but I did make Ellie, but that's a whole different story. That game you could play 3 characters at the same time, so that's like totally different. I was playing different kind of classes. I was playing like Vendetta Valeria. She uses like a rapier. Like, I'm just telling you, like, I was not using what you think. I was not playing no Sork, okay? So I went there, I was like, yeah, I want to be a Sork. I just knew. But I also had like a little bit of doubt. I was like, okay, well, if I don't like it, then I'll make a new character, whatever. But when I went to character creation, I made a high elf. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna name it the same thing as my League of Legends username, which is Kitty Cat Cat. And I started typing it, and I started typing Kitty Cat. And then I was like, let me just stop at the first cat. just see if it's available. And that's how I got all my usernames, to just see, just check, just try. And it was available, and I just took it right away, and I just had it ever since. But then later on, I had I had a new boyfriend, and he had a whole bunch of friends, and they all used to help me clear dungeons. They tried to get me this medal achievement in Terra that was the first glowing medal from a PvE dungeon that you had to clear it 100 times. And I was struggling so much. Like, this boss was hard. Like, you had to learn the patterns, and you get one shot, and then the healer just kept rezzing me. But, like, you know, they're all friends, so they all help me, and they're all DPSing the boss and everything, but I'm struggling so much, like, trying to learn the patterns of this boss. But it was so fun, though. And that boyfriend, he nicknamed me Cutie Cat. So we all did like a vacation in Terra. So what we would all do, I learned this from them, and then after, like, we broke up and everything, I just used to do this by myself then after, which is like a vacation in Terra. I called it a vacation, they didn't call it that. Basically, we just like server transferred our main characters over to the other server, because we server transferred to Celestial, I think it's called. It's the PvE server, because we're all from the PvP server. And there, the costumes sell for more, and there's more people there. Eventually, that became like the main server, and I had to like permanently transfer there, because the other the PvP server became so dead, and eventually I was just totally moved over. But this was back in the day, so both of them were kind of equal. Couldn't really tell a difference in the player base, but there was, because that was a roleplay server, the costumes sold for so high. So we take all of our costumes, and then we sell them on the other server, and then we turn our gold into diamonds, and then we bring it back, and the diamonds, you could just NPC it for a flat rate. And then it's kind of like buying a gold bar in Lost Ark, if that was possible. And you could buy the diamonds from other players, and they get it from like chests and stuff like that. And then you just NPC it, and you get like 10K per diamond. So it used to store value, or was it one? No, it's like 10K. And then or 100K, I think it's 10K. Also, Granado Espada had elemental jewels. It did the same thing as stored value, but there was like, we didn't do no server transfer or anything there. We just used that, like, I just used that as like my bank to save my money and not spend it. I used to like to save this. So that's why I save my gold bars in Lost Ark, because I like saving it, like how I used to save LE jewels and diamonds in Terra and Granado Espada. It just brings me back memories, but it's really hard to save gold bars in Lost Ark, because it's bound gold and you need to waste it first before you're unbound gold. So, but the 10K bar is unbound, so that's a good one to save in Lost Ark, and I do try to save those. But gold is such a limited resource for me in Lost Ark, I end up using it if I am upgrading a character. Anyways, so we all transferred, and they used to call me like Cutie Cat. Like, it was like he used to call me that. It was like a pet name, you know, like how you give someone like a little pet name, and he was the one who came up with that. I actually got that name in Lost Ark, Cutie Cat. I got both of the names with the C and a K for the cat. So when we all transferred, what you do is like you transfer your character, but then you quickly like make alt. It's so risky, and you save your real name as well on the servers. And for me, for Terra, I used to save my name on all the two servers, my name Kitty Cat. And then so when I transferred, I just was like joking, and I just changed my name to like Cutie Cat. And then when I arrived at the server, they were all like, they added me to the guild, and they're like, oh my god, her name is Cutie Cat now. It was totally his idea. What a good idea. And that's the origin story of all my names. But my first gamer name, in MapleStory, I think I used my real name, Swarzy, but I don't know though. But it had to be. But then for my first gamer name, In Granado Spada, my first real MMO, well, MapleStory counts too, but I only got to level 30 in MapleStory, and I could never pass the quest where you have to do the class quest. Killing the pigs. Yeah, I just kept dying. But anyways, in Granado Spada, my first name was My Dash Love. My, it's like and then you can put a hyphen, love, because the name that you choose is your family name. It's like the last name of all of your characters. It's like a really cool system. So I just wanted it to sound like a whole sentence. So like, if you read it all out, like cute doll, my love, and it just all makes sense because it's like a sentence. And they gave us free name change in Granado Spada, and it was like one of my regrets, but also it was like also an opportunity. And they reset all the names, like all of the inactive accounts and stuff. They just released all the names, and they gave everybody a free name change. And most people changed their names. Not everyone though, not everyone. But I changed my name to Doll, D-O-L-L, all lowercase. And then I got the name Doll from, I saw this guy in Terra, and he was a Lancer, and his name was Doll, and I just thought that was like such a cool name, so that's how I got the name Doll. So I changed my name to Doll in GE, Granado Spada. So like that even was like not even my idea, you know. So then I was Doll in Granado Spada, and I was like PKing people and stuff with that name, and I became a very hated name, but I really loved it so much. I love being the villain. I didn't even think of myself as a villain, but I just know that now. And then and the name My Love came from, I wanted it to sound like a whole sentence, but I thought about the name because I did some research on the game, and I realized that it would be like a family name, and then you have like your character's name, and then all your characters will have your family name, and that's how everyone knows who you are, because the last name of the character. And you play 3 characters at the same time in that game. And then so I went to sleep in my dorm, and I was awakened by the login music, which is so beautiful in Granado Spada. The whole OST is on YouTube, and the game still exists on Steam, but it's new servers, so all of my stuff is deleted. But you can still play that game today. I tried to get back into it, but it was not the same. Because it's just like, I kind of miss all my stuff, and starting all over is really hard. So I only got to like level 30 or something. And so I woke up to the sound of the login music, and then and I went to my computer, and I already planned. I was like, I'm gonna be My Love, but they wouldn't let me put a space, so I put a dash. And then I was like, if My Love is taken, I'll be My Darling. And I actually made a My Darling alt, but then I just lost the login for it and stuff like that. I never really got any good characters on it. Nothing really got on it. But I used to like run multiple clients on multiple PCs and be like hardcore. I actually had an alt because one of the raids, dailies, you had to bring in like 3 people, and I only had a duo that we did our dailies every day. And I would bring my alt, and sometimes he would bring his alt. And we would like share that round robin, all the extra items, and share all the loot. It was really fun. We used to do like this thing, kind of looked like circus, but it was prettier. It was like checkers all over the floor and everything. It was like a maze. It was like a palace. It was like really pretty. It was like this daily that you go into this dungeon and you do. It was really fun. And literally it's like underground, like a sewer, and then you enter this place that looks like circus. It's like really cool. And then you have to fight like a Joker and all these things. It's really fun. but they were like queens in there, like it was different. But then anyways, so that was My Love and Doll, and then Kitty Cat when it came to Terra, and then of course like keep changing my league name throughout the whole way. Then I also made a league alt, which I slowly leveled, and now I have 5 alt accounts altogether. I think 5 is enough. And when I came to Lost Ark, I just got the name Cute Doll right away. I just made my account as soon as the server opened. I wasn't really a big deal back then. I only had a couple viewers, like 4 friends, and we all making accounts together. And they chose to go on a different server. I went on Yuna because I like how the name sounded. And they all went to a different one where famous streamers were. And everybody, we're all split up, but we could still play like Guardian raids together and stuff. So I was just like, I just figured that out. They went to Regulus, and yeah, so I got the name Cute Doll right away. Then for Blade and Soul, I got the name Kitty Cat because I knew that was like my main name from Terra. So that's the name I went for. And then I tried to transfer my name Kitty Cat from one character to another when the Warlock came out, because I decided to re-roll to Warlock, and it locked my name. So from there, that's the first time I learned, like, when you get a name, keep it on that account, keep it on that character. Don't try to switch around your names. It's really tempting for Lost Ark because a lot of my low level characters have the best names, like Barbie Doll and Pretty Doll, and all the good names are on my first characters, and they got left the lowest. And my new characters get all of the events and stuff because of the passes that you use on them. And I just keep making new characters. I don't put passes on old characters because I actually bought $60 Voltus passes for my old characters back when like 1520 was like the starting point on the highest level pass you could buy. So like that was like a lot of money. So I was just like, I don't want to like overwrite it. I just want to level them up really naturally and then put the event on them. So I don't want to waste like free passes on them. If that makes any sense to you, it makes sense to me. Anyways, I did in Blade and Soul, I tried to transfer my name Kitty Cat that I got when I was a founder, because we got like early first selection of names being founder for Blade and Soul, and I bought founder pack, so we get like first dibs on names. And I got like My Love and Kitty Cat, and I tried to change my name Kitty Cat from one character to my new Warlock that just came out, new class, and it locked my name for like 60 days. It's like, or 90 days or 30 days. Like you can't, like, because I took it off of one of my characters, nobody could use that name for like over 30 days. I freaked out, and I DM'd the producer on Blade and Soul. His name is Babbletron. He came to my stream when I was playing Blade and Soul. I thought I was gonna be famous, and I was playing Blade and Soul every day with my friends, and he came to my channel. He was the first person I followed on Twitch. He's still on my list. I still follow him today. I followed his Twitter. He's like a producer on Blade and Soul. And so I messaged him on Twitter, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Twitter. It could have been Instagram, but I think it's Twitter. Pretty sure it's Twitter. I messaged him and I said, I was panicking and I was like, hey, like it locked my name, blah, blah, blah. I was like freaking out, like, cause I need to have this name, Kitty Cat. I was like, I bought this name with like a founder pack, and you know, this is my name. It's not letting me get it. I just wanted to put it on my Warlock, and he was like, don't worry, I'll get this fixed for you. And he somehow released the lock on my name, and I was able to safely put it on my new Warlock. I don't know how I pulled that off. If I could find that DM, that would be so cool. But yeah, that happened. So from there, I learned, don't ever try to transfer your name because they do get locked. I also got one of my names locked in Lost Ark. I wanted a name, and I accidentally deleted a character that had the name because I wanted to use it on a different character. And then because the character I deleted was over a certain level, like over level 30 or something, or over level 10 or level 30, it locked the name for 30 days. So every single day I was trying to get the name every day before somebody took my name. So yeah, that did happen in Lost Ark. But this also happened in League of Legends. So because I told you guys I used to always change my name like all the time for free with the essences, I used to do it for my alt too. And then one day I was like, because by this time my Twitch name became Cute Doll, because I got Cute Doll the same way I got all my other names. I just was like, this sounds like a cute name, just try it. And I got it, I just took it right away. And so I was in League, and I was like, I was actually trying to get what I always do is like, I type in like all the names I want, like princess, like every single name, girlfriend, a cat, kitty cat. And so I was trying Cute Doll all the time too, routinely in League of Legends all the time. It was actually not available before. I never looked up the person or whatever, but I remember that I used to try to change my name to Cute Doll and it wouldn't let me. So one day I was just playing with my essences, wanting to rename my alts, my second account on League of Legends. My first alt, my second account. And one day I was like, let me just try all the names again. So I tried like princess, girlfriend, kitty cat. And then I tried Cute Doll, and it was actually available. I did not be greedy at all by like switching to my first account to try to put it on the right account, the main account, whatever. I just took it right there. I just pressed yes. And then I locked in the name Cute Doll hashtag. And then later on when they made the hashtags in League of Legends, then that's why I have Cute Doll hashtag NA1. And fun fact, you cannot rename yourself to anything hashtag NA1. I tried. And it kept saying like unavailable, like, because I tried to take like other NA1 names. It just won't let you take an NA1 name at all. So your tag has to be something different, not NA1, which I love that they did that. That means that like I'm really Cute Doll NA1, not just a renamed Cute Doll NA1. So yeah, but now the League of Legends name does not even look cool, but I just left it like that, and then I have a whole bunch of other names. Anyways,